Hello YouTube, this is Alpha Top Fan 5 here. Now, this is going to be quite a long tutorial, but I'm going to go through how to port a Black Ops 1 weapon, how to do the sounds for it, and then I'm going to do the upgraded, and I'm going to show you all how to do sight properly. So let's get started because I want to make this as short as possible, or try to make it as short as possible. First, you're going to need the legit copy of Black Ops from Steam. If you do not have this, I am not supplying items, I am not supplying the models, I am not supplying anything to do with Black Ops at all. So if you don't have the game, go out and get it. Simple as that. Right, so the first thing you're going to need is Tom's X model utils. Latest version, but I don't think he's any updates recently to it. So, right, so if you go to the Black Ops mode, save it. Let's make this a bit bigger. Right, and then you're searching. This is for you, JT lad, for the starters, because I wasn't going to put this in my map, but considering this is actually your favourite gun, I will. For this one, I'll do the FN FAL because it's the only gun that I don't have. Okay, is it 5? Weapon? There we go. So, you want the few model and you want the world model. And yes, it looks like this in game. It will not in my air by the time I finished with it. So, you want a few model, which is export MA and create GTT, and then do the same for the do that and then that again. So once you've done those two, you go into depending where you saved it, which I save everything that I do inside model export and source data. Source data for the GTT and model export for the thingy. Now I knew it wouldn't be here. I had a horrible feeling it wasn't going to be because I ported this ages ago and never got on to doing it. So this is going to be a pain in the ass to find because I've done so many. Oh wow, okay, that was easy enough done. Right, so we've got the file here and the images that do come with it. Now I'm going to show you an easier way to do this without using all the standard ones at the MS. I'm also going to create my own GTT for it with about 2 images, depending on if they've got separate one for sites. I'm not sure. Some of them do, some of them don't. The first thing you always do when you do things like this is put the bind file in before you remove anything, or otherwise it deems the model useless and it doesn't work properly. Now sometimes it will come up and it'll be a totally white screen, you won't see anything, which is a lot of things people come to. So the first thing you do is you just hit this little button here, and that will bring back the screen and bring up the side button you need. It's actually called the perspective / outliner view. This is the views that I go into. I also make this full screen. To move around, it's Alt and left click. Now, as you saw when I first started, it was on Y view, which is this view. No, I want Y view. No, Y. Okay, whatever. But the view is in. If you go to Windows, Settings and Preferences, and Preferences, and then go down to Settings, it would be default by that, and that will make the gun. Oh shit! That will make the gun sideways like that. If you put it on the Z view like that, it will put the gun. If you press save, it will pull it into an angle that is right. So let's get started anyway. Oh, it's made the camera go all weird, but hey ho, doesn't really matter currently. So let's just bung the middle button. It should hopefully, there we go. So first thing you do, like I said, is you drag the bind file on top of the file here, like so. And this will make everything pink, which basically means the gun it's binded. Now if you go into 6 view, you see this. Not very good. So if you go into the 5 view, you've got 4 views. 4, which is the wired view, 5, which is the shaded view, and 6, which is the textured view. They're the only 3 that you need. The shortcuts for the move, rotate and scale and stuff, which you don't really need for this, but it's good to know, is W to make it move. So if I click the joints, W to make it move up and down, and Control Z to put it back to normal. You've got E, which is rotate, and then R, which is scale, which I'm also going to think, just so you know. So, right, we're now going to go into the 5 view, and we're going to remove the stuff that we don't want. Like at the moment we don't want the sights, so we're going to remove all this stuff. Now, this will be used on the upgraded model, but at the moment, currently, we're going to put just a we're going to put just a standard view on it, which is the iron sights, like that. See? And that is how it should look currently. I'm going to remove the underbarrel and stuff like that. This one's a pain in the ass to get to. The ring pull. There we are, it's better. The ring pull and the bullet. If you can get to it, there we go. Right, you want to remove that and this little small bullet as well, which is a pain in the ass because it's right between 2 joints. Right, okay, so that is everything, I do believe, other than this top bit. I'm pretty sure it's not meant to be here either. And I'm pretty sure that bit's not. Oh no, yeah, no, that bit's not meant to be there either because of, I don't think that bit is either. Yeah, it looks more like it. So, as you can see, there's a lot of things on the Black Ops models that needs to be cleared. Now, well, that's the normal one. Now, that's the normal reload clip. Because if you push delete, there'd be nothing else left. So I push Control Z to bring that back. That is the gun how I wish and how I want to see it in game without the silencer. Always forget to remove that. That looks like it's got an integrated silencer. It hasn't, but it looks like it. Anyway, moving on. So, if I push 6, as you can see, the gun disappears. So I'm going to show you A, how to get rid of that, and B, how to show you how to use it so it doesn't require all these images. If you open up Hypershade, which is also window rendering editors Hypershade, you'll see all this shit here. Now, yes, that's great if you want to do a full port. I don't, and I don't want this many images on a gun. So I'm going to delete every image. Yes, it'll make the gun go green. I am aware of that. And I'll show you in a minute how you do this without any weapons or any, just one standard weapon or one standard shade, if it providing that the gun is covered by one material. So if you go to rename, it always starts MTL. Everything in front of any name is always MTL COD based. You do so it's MTL. I'm going to call it FN FEL non upgraded, like that. I always put non upgraded and upgraded. That's just my prefixes. Push enter. You can prefix it to whatever you want. The name is not relevant as long as the file, which is the thing that's just popped up here, has exactly the same thing but not the MTL in front. I'll show you what you put. So you put an FN FEL non upgraded, and instead of putting MTL in front, you put text, which is short for texture file, at the end. And then you find the image that you wish, which I've now got to find the FN FEL down here somewhere. There we are, FEL view model, and it go into images, and now it is just finding the right image for the. Wait a minute. Let's go to small icons. That is better. Right. So as you can see, what it is, you're looking for the gun name C at the end of it, which I would assume would be that. That is its main um, texture. So if I put open on that, that is the whole gun. As you can see, it's transparent and looks disgusting. Now there's two little lines here. You've got the FM transparency and FM color. If you find the FN transparency, make sure that's selected and push delete on the thingy. It gets rid of the transparency on the gun, which you don't need. So if you now go to this, and you've got loads of meshes for this, so if you go down and select every mesh, right click, apply material to selected. Now you won't see everything. If you go to the 6th view, there is the FN file, which actually surprisingly doesn't seem to be that gun colour, although I do like it like that. I know it's bad, but I do. But so I'm going to go back and find the official one, and if I can find Hypershade, which is actually here. So I go back and I find the official one, which I don't know why it's not that one, but because I'm pretty sure that the weapon, the FAL, has a different thing. I might be wrong, that might actually be it, but actually thinking about it, it'd probably be T5 weapon something, but these are all norm maps, so it must be that one. But I always thought the FN FAL had a woody kind of tape to it, like wood, kind of a wood yeah, I didn't think. I must be mistaken, but okay. Whatever, we'll go back to the other one. I just always thought it had a wood, like that bit there was orange, but for the set, it's definitely the right one because it, like the iron sights and that are the right colour. It's all matched up. I just thought that bit there was orange. Actually, I'm sure that bit was orange. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. It all seems to blend in nicely, so we'll leave it the way it is. But nonetheless, so that's the gun with the texture on it. Now, as it stands at the moment, that is ready to be ported. So if you go to 5th view even, 5, and you make sure you're on polygons menu, by default it's usually on this menu. If you go to polygons, you're a colour tab. Now if it's your first time doing it, you go to the little box, and by default it'll be like that. You want to just drag that all the way to the top to its pure white, and then I'm going to close it because it's already done, and I'm going to select every colour or every mesh, go to colour and apply colour, which will make it pure white. If it's not, the shader view has to be white for the text of the show in Call of Duty. Ask me why COD is retarded, and they've done that, but that's just the way it has to be. So if we now have a look at it, that is the gun ready to be ported and ready to be thingied. So if I go into model export, and now this is the great thing. Everyone thinks it has to be the same name. It really don't. It could be anything you want to call it. So I would select that, remove it, and call it FN FAL VM. Now I call it FN FAL VM because VM in my case means view model. That's just a personal preference, and it's a lot easier to remember. So I want to select both of these two, go to edit, select hierarchy, or hierarchy, I don't know if I said that right, but whatever, and set exports, select exports, exports to entities, and then yes. And that's that done. Now I'm going to remove this, and that is now a perfectly set up gun ready for porting. So I'm now going to do the world model quickly, so I'm going to save all this stuff to this, like that. I shouldn't have saved that, actually, thinking about it. And then I'm going to go to here. As you can see, there is the X model. I'm now going to go into the world, which now puts it up here, which is good. Now I'm going to go and find the world model. G11, Nambu, infield. It's probably going to be harder to find now because it's only a world model. There we are. Fair world. So, now, usually the worlds are called LODs. Don't know why, they just are. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing I just did with the thingy one. I'm going to do this one, and I'll run through this one extremely quickly, because it's more or less exactly the same process I've just done, except I'm doing it with the world model, which is more or less exactly the same. Oh, and just so you all know, which I'm going to show now, let's go to 6. The world model, which happens to be the most important, which people don't seem to know, which is thanks to Nukem, I now do know. The reason you get the 800 bone error, or whatever bone issue that you've got, is because the amount of joints on the world model. So if I go into the 4th view now, I've binded all this, but I don't need this joint. I don't need this joint. I don't know what this one is. Tag. I don't need the tags suppressor because I'm taking it off. This is tag flash, which you do need. I don't need whatever the hell these two are. I don't think. Flame unit. Don't need the flame unit. Don't need the grenade launcher. I don't need the scope because I'm not using them. And I think that is it. I don't know what all these ones are though. Tag aim point, don't need that. Tag scope, don't need that. Albit, don't need that. Mount, I don't need that. Tag iron sights, I do need that. What's this one? Tag brass, do need that. Tag weapon, I do need that. See, that is all you really need. Because that one's tag clip, I would assume. Yeah. So you don't need all the... What's that one? No, tag brass. Yeah, see, that's what you really need. Tag flash, tag brass, tag iron sights, because that happens to have different one for iron sights, and tag clip. You don't need all the L bits in that unless you've actually got them on. So that's just a thing to save up a lot of joint things. Okay, so again, we're going to do the... I'm going to name it exactly the same to save a lot of time and effort naming different things, because you'll see what I do inside the thing in a minute for the... Okay, so we're going to go back to the same nothing, and then I'm going to go and name this one exactly the same as what I named it earlier. So F NTL FN fell non upgraded, like that, and then go to the file, and then file 1, name that exactly the same, FN fell non upgraded text, and then find the same image. Doesn't really matter, it can be in the view model. That's what I'm going to do, and select the same thing, get rid of the opacity like that. And this one you will find has, well, not many shorter, but it's a shorter list, and just copy it with the same one. And there you go. That's your world model. And then that one is ready to be exported now. So we're going to do that right now. And do you know what? For the sake of it, I'm putting it in the view model for easy access. fn file wm, which is world model. I'm going to set that. Now I'm going to do what I did. Actually, yep. See, you've got to remember these things. Make sure to change the texture, all of it to white, otherwise it will not show up in game. I always forget that because I've been doing so many Black Ops 2 weapons, and Lime already does it for you. Select hierarchy, set export, select exports, export, select entities, yes, like that. A minute, yeah, like that. So that is your world model. Now it goes about doing the GTT. So I'm going to save that. And now I'm going to show you how to do a GTT. You open up ASMAN, or Asset Manager, whatever you wish to call it. You go to New, Save File As, and it should open up in source data, but this one didn't. So I'll just open up Model Export again. You can pull it in Model Export, but source data is where all of them should go. Now, there are the two, but I'm not going to use them. I'm going to make a new one. I'm going to show you why. fn file, I was going to call it fn file alpha, so I know it's my one. And now you go down to materials, like that, push new entry, and then you name it what you named in Maya. So I named MTL fn file non upgraded, like that. Now you've got to make sure it's model thong. I'm going to name it metal because a gun's texture should be metal. I'm just putting it metal. These can all stay the same, it's not needed. And then you've got to find your texture. So I'm going to go to model export, and I'm going to scroll down to fn file, not fn file world, fn file view model, images, small icons, and then fn file C, use that, PC convert current asset only. So this is how you do it in, don't worry about all these, it's absolutely perfectly fine. I'll show you, as long as you get, I'll show you in a second when it comes up, as long as you get that at the end, it's fine. And if I do it again, it'll skip all the errors and it'll just do the thing. See? It's because I've done loads of other things and they're duplicates, and it's just, don't worry about those errors. It won't happen to you unless you've done loads and loads of porting. Now if you go down to X model, here, go into new entry, and then you type the name of the gun that you named it when you exported it. So I named mine fn file VM, which is fn file view model. And now if I look for view model export, go down to the view model and get the view model, and PC convert current asset only. Just bear with. Let it do all its shit first. And as long as you get that little bit at the end, I will export it again to show you. There you go. As long as you get that little bit at the end, it's all good. The MTL fn file view model tree asserts unique, like that. As long as you get that, it's fine. And now I want to do exactly the same for the world model and just change model like that. And then do the same for the world model. See, this is how easy you can port a gun if you put the textures on exactly the same gun, and you do your own texture. It becomes so much simpler, like that. I always do it twice just to make sure, like that. See, there you go. Now if you go into launcher and you go into asset viewer, and you look at FN fail, you got them there. FN fail view model. And there you go. It's that gun, and then FN world model. They're both there, so you know that they've exported alright, all fine. Now we're going to do the what's it? I'll get it right in a minute. Let me think. Now we're going to do the animations and the gun itself. So we go to, I do it a different way to other people. I will go to weapon settings, and I don't know if I've already done this gun. I have already done this gun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete both of these. Oh god, that's going to hurt. But because as you can see here, they have already been done, but I'm going to do it again to show you. So let's delete entry and delete entry. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how you do it. So you do new entry, you select a gun that best suits the FN FAL. Bear in mind, the FN FAL is a 3-shot burst. You can change it. I'm going to go and use, it doesn't matter what one you really use, you can use anything. Like, I'm going to use the Type 25, and I've proved to you. Oh, actually no, I'm not, because it's already got a thingy on it. I'm going to use the Zombie Cult, and you'll see, never mind about the naming or anything like that, I'm going to show you what it means. Do copy entry, and instead of doing the cult, you name it FN FAL, yeah, just FN FAL, like that. And you change its display name. Like that. It doesn't matter about the spaces, you can have spaces. And you can add your own little colour as well. Doesn't really matter. If you look at the colours, look up colours, it'll show you the +2 and all that, what the colours are. Now, if you scroll down to where it says cult, which is the ammo name and the clip name, you want to change that to your gun name, like that. And the reason you do this, if you're holding the cult and the FN FAL, it merges the ammo together if you don't do this. So I'm going to put God's sake, 300 there, and gotta get it right in a minute, 300 there, and the clip is going to be 30. Okay, so you can mess around with whatever you feel fit. Here is the damage here. Obviously min damage and things like you shouldn't put to 20. So for this one I'm going to put to 500 to 600, like that. And then I'm going to scroll down until we find this view model gun and thingy one. We are going to get rid of the visual app. We're going to type in FN FAL VM, which is the view model. And we do the same for the world. So FN FAL model, like that. Leave the rest as it is. Now if you scroll down here, we've got these. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to do it properly. Now, so I'm going to minimise this for a second, and this is where the Call of Duty mod tools come in to hand. Become our friend. Now, Treyarch have actually done us a favour here. They've added an ass man for the Call of Duty mod tools. Now, this is where it becomes slightly difficult, because there's not much difference between them. So what we're going to do, we're going to put that to the side like that, and we're going to open up our ass man. Oh shit. We're going to open up our ass man, and we're going to smack down to the side. Now, you've got up and down here, so I'm going to show you how to do it. So what you want to do on this one is open, and you want to go to Activision, local disk C, scroll down to your Steam directory, Steam, and then scroll down to Steam Apps, Common, Black Ops, and then scroll down till you find Source Data, which is there. Now as you can see, it has all the weapons. Oh look, and there is FN FAL. Open that up, Now, this is the fun bit. You've got all the specs. So if I hit that, which Modula, it tells you what its primary is, what its type is. If it's a single shot, which this one is, so I've missed the single shot thing at the top, so I will go down. I have got a single shot, but if you can actually 9 times out of 10 put this very close to what theirs are. Penetration, medium, impact tight, bullet large. See, single shot, bottom. See, it's got all this stuff that you can change. Rifle bullet, ammo options. Now, yeah, they are. Rifle bullet. See, it's got all this stuff that you can change in your thing. Like, you can compare them, but you can't compare everything because it's different. But this is the ZM one. So if I scroll down now, doesn't worry about any of this, but you can probably get the damage right on here, actually. Don't worry about the ammo name or thingy, just worry about the clip size is 20. I've put 30, but it doesn't really matter. This is slightly different, but I don't know where their damage is on this, but and here, I don't know why it's got an idle loop. That's new, but what we're going to do now, we are going to go into well, I want to just change this. So I want to go into here, go into here, go down to Steam, like that, go to Steam Apps, Common, Black Ops, where's Raw? Raw, scroll down until I find XLM, right. Okay, now it'll load all the XLMs beautifully, and now what you do, this is annoying and very tedious, but this is what you got to do. Copy and paste and wait for it to locate it. There you go. Now, what I usually do now is open up another one of these, do Explorer, go to desktop, right click, new folder, and call it FN. Why is it FN file anims, and then copy that, open this up, and this is basically what I do. I select that, copy, and paste it into here. Yep, now I'll go to the next one, which is FN file fire, and I will copy and paste that in there like that. Copy this. This bit gets easy once you've done it a couple of times, and paste it in. You scroll down. So you've done fire, so it's now reload. See, and this is the thing. Don't get it in the wrong one, or don't pull it in the wrong one. There we go. And reload empty, because they're, well, obviously they're reload and reload empty. Sometimes it comes up with reload and reload empty, so it comes in useful. So you just put paste. That's those two in, and then this is where it gets annoying. So if you do pull out, it usually comes out with pull out and pull away. Oh, pull out and pull out quick, which are both there. See, pull out quick and pull out. So we're going to copy them because we need them both. Paste them like that, and then you do the put away. I know I could type these in manually, but it's better to make sure you put it right first time. And of course you copy those two because they're both there, like that. There you go. So you've done that. You want the sprints, and I will show you also how to do the sprints, which I forgot to do on this one. FN sprint in. There you go. So you're going to copy that now. Paste that in. Paste. And now the great thing about this is I can do that and then, oh crap, wrong one. Sprint in, sprint loop. Because the great thing about this one is this one you can actually change, because all it is the ending, so it saves me a lot of time. There you go, so sprint in, sprint out and sprint loop. So we're going to copy that, paste. Okay, so we've done that. Now we're going to scroll down. Of course we need the ADS fire and all that sort of stuff. There we are, there's our ADS fire. So we're going to copy that, almost push delete then. ADS fire, and then ADS up. So ADS up, and ADS down. Well, I could have actually put down then, didn't think. Paste that, and there you go. Waha, wale, doodah. So you've got all of them, which is great and beautiful and hey-hoo. I'm not going to do the next bit. I will do this bit first because this bit is tedious and annoying. So I'm going to go to the top here. I'm going to try and line these up to the best I possibly can. That's good enough. Do the idle loop, copy that, and paste that into here. Do the same with the empty. Do fire. Do fire. And the last shot is fire as well. Reload. Scroll down to reload. And then we're going to do the reload empty and just, because, yeah, there you go. And then we're going to scroll down a little bit more. And this is where you've got to try and get it as lined up as possible, because it makes life so much simpler. I forgot to add the first race. See, there's always one you forget, which I will do at the end of this. See, now I'm lost where I am. Alt raise, alt raise. So we're on alt drop, aren't we? Yeah, drop. Alt drop, quick. See, quick raise. Pull out quick. Put away. Put away. Empty raise. Empty raise. Empty drop. Empty drop. Now scroll down to ADS fire. Of course, theirs is a little different because, oh no, it's not. So we're going to do the sprint in as well. Sprint in. Sprint loop. Sprint out. Okay. We want ADS fire. Of course, both of those ones go there. ADS up. Right. So that's that all added in. Now I need to quickly do the first raise because I forgot that one. See, like I said, there's always something you forget. There we are, first raise. Copy. Okay. Paste that in. Okay, so once you've added all this in, the next thing to do, you need a program called HXD. That is a hex editor. Doesn't I've got multiple ones, don't ask me why. I don't know. What you do, you drag all of these joints, I mean not all of these joints, all these enums into a HXD editor, like that. Now let load. Now, any baby could do this. I can actually read hex edit code, but like for people that don't or can't read hex edit code, it is simply so easy. The first two letters means the version number. Yeah, it doesn't show it there, but the first three letters is the version number. Call of Duty, Black Ops is 13, Black Ops 2 is 14, Ghosts, well, I'm not sure how Infinity War's done it, I've never really had to do it, but I'm pretty sure theirs is probably 15 or something along those lines, whatever version they go up to. But Black Ops series is 13, but World at War is 11. That's all you need to do. Save, click, close. 11, save, right click, close. 11, save, right click, close. 11, save, right click, close. See, it gets really simple. Just 3 painless steps. Just make sure you close each one when you save it. I'm putting saving and right clicking on the tab and closing it, by the way, if you're wondering how I'm doing that. It does create back files. I don't know why it does it, it just does. Right, if you close that down, do not touch anything. Click on an anim that is lit up, right click it, copy. That's all you need to do. Now if you go to the end down here,
Billy.
so what you do, you right click, you copy them, and from there you go to, I want to use this one, go back, go to raw, xenum, and then right click, paste. Now yours will not come up with this, mine will because I've already done it, but yours will just paste in like that. See, that's all the anims added in nicely, lovely. Well, hey, whoop-de-doo. Now the next thing you're going to do from this bit is not test it. When you've got them all converted and all that sort of stuff, I'm now going to very quickly, before I export the thingy, show you how to do the sounds and show you how to get it so the sprints work. If you go up to the very or near the top of like the crouch movement settings, stand settings, you've got sprint movement settings. 0 everything. Everything bar sprint scale. Everything needs to be 0. Yeah, just leave that to whatever value it is. Done. That's how you do the sprint, that's how you fix the sprint. Now, all these, delete. Control set that. I always leave the medial swings, or melee swings, or however you call them. Should leave the raise really as well, but can't be asked. Now, you'll see why I'm doing this in a minute. Right, okay, so now we've actually used this one, now we've actually done this one, we don't need it into the upgraded one, so I'm going to shut it down for the time being. And now if I do that, it brings it back to normal. So, right, now what we do, we find out what the anims are. Now, this may seem, what are you talking about? What the anims are? what the calls are in them. So what I'm going to do is go into my raw anim, and I'm going to hit reload, reload empty, and first raise, wherever the hell it is. First raise. See, these three are the ones we need. But I'm just going to do reload empty because it's got all three of them in there. So if you open it up in whatever text editor you wish, I'm going to do it inside this. This is not what we're looking for. If you go right to the bottom of this and scroll across, you'll see in a minute things that make sense. SNDW hashtag, or yeah, hashtag, and then weapon FN fail out. So if you copy that, Control C, and then open up your thingy, delete all these, paste that, and then space. Actually, no, I'll show you. What you want to do is copy that now without the hashtag SNDNT. Copy it normally from that side, like that. Copy the actual anim from the anim, and then do a space and do print screen. Just weapon F and fail. That cancels out, but it needs that to read the anim. And you do this for all of the ones. Don't worry about these ones. Read, clip out, gear, reload, play out. Don't worry about any of them. You want to look for ones that have. Do not worry about FUTs. I'm not sure what that does, but I've never used it. So you just want to look for these like normal ones, like that map clip in. Some of them it says fly. As long as it's got its name, it really does not matter. It has to have its name at the end of it. Well, you should know what you're looking for. Anything that has, sometimes it has fly FN or fly commando. I think commando has the fly commando mag in and all that sort of stuff. Once you've got the grip, this is the most important bit if you want the sounds to work. So, and you should have. Right, so there's two of them here, F in charge and F in charge. Okay, so I don't know why there's two of them, but we're going to add one. Because they both seem to be, oh for fuck's sake, they both seem to be exactly the same. I do believe. Yeah, they are both the same, so we're just going to add in one, because you don't need to add in two. Right, okay, so that's the sounds. Now, the fire sound is different. They're here and here, here and here. So the fire sound, I'm going to actually remember what I called the FN fire sound. So we're now going to go back to C. Activation, Cod World at War. Mods. Alphanate. Sounds. You won't see this because for some reason I've got to fix the when you go into a subfolder for the colour. F and fail. Oh no, it worked this time. That's weird. Fail fire. Fail fire. No. Where the hell did the button come from? Okay. That's interesting. Right. So I've named it fail fire. And you're going to put first there, and same for this. Like that. And then you're going to do fail, fire, third, and same underneath this one. Fail, fire, third, like that. It's nicely done. So once you've done that, the anims and all that sort of stuff, you're groovy to carry on. So if you PC convert current asset only, it's all done. I will show you what to do with that in a bit later. At the moment, that's not what we're going to be doing. What we're going to be doing now is going, actually saying that I probably should check first raise to make sure it's charged. Because that might be what the button is. Okay, that's weird. Maybe it doesn't have one for first ways. Yeah, don't have one for first ways. That's very new. Okay, well, that makes my life a lot simpler. So, what I'm going to do is, well, maybe that's what the charge was. Okay, so what I'm going to do is close out of that, so I don't need that anymore. Now, what I'll do now is go to this one, so I don't need it anymore. Go to that, go to raw, go to sound analysis, which should be at the bottom actually, if I haven't got date modified on. But yeah, sound analysis. Now, for this pure perspective, I am going to put this in. I'm going to need all gun sounds, and I'm just going to copy the bottom one. Actually, M16. I'm going to copy from M16. Okay, so that should be the whole thing. Yep. So we're going to copy that. See, put a space, Control V, and now what you're going to do is, obviously you've got it FN or fell fire, that's third and first. Make sure, obviously it's hard to explain here, so I'm going to try my best to do this. Right, okay, take note. Sound, we're in sound, so this is picking sound from, so where do you go from sound? Once you're in the folder sound, it goes to the weapons, and then it finds the weapon. See, the one that I'm currently doing is M16 weapons, M16 fire, and then you'll see it M16 fire. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see now, weapons FN fail, so I'm going to change that to FN fail, and then fail underscore fire. Same with this one, FN fail and fail fire. Now the PAP sounds we do not have yet, so I'm going to just sort of do that, so that gets rid of the M6, that gets rid of the fire sound. Now we've got mag in, mag out, and actually, as you can see here, weapon M16 mag out. As you can see, the abbreviation weapon was used for the FN fail. So FN fail, FN fail, and FN fail. But as you can see, it wasn't button, I don't think. Saying that, it looks like it might be button. Why did I do that? Oh no, they've got. I don't know where the effing button come from. Really don't. But okay, so we want to change that to charge. There we go. So charge. And now we've got to change all these to FN fail. And now what you want to do, the M16 mag out, obviously you've got to find what we named the sounds. Hello, this is what the sounds are. So if it's FN fail flat mag out, so we called ours fly FN fly FN fail mag out, and basically exactly the same for the other ones. So, oh shit, let's not do that. FN or fly FN fail mag in, and then for the button or charge, fly FN fell. We've got to change the button to charge. There we go. So that is it. That's all you need to do. So you file, save that, and that's added, and that's done, and everything's done. Now what you want to do, you want to go to here, go to World@War, go to mods, don't go to mods, go to Raw again, and go down to here, weapons, here, SP, FN fail. Copy that, and put that, look at that, put that in your weapons in here. SP, SP, paste it in there. There you go. FN fail. Now, once you've added that in and you've done that, you want to go into your mod builder. If I can find mine. There you go. And you look for, well, I've got mine, but you would put yours at the bottom somewhere, or put a little thing for them if you're porting loads of them. I've just got to find where it is. Right, this is the sounds thing. Now, I'll show you what I mean by sounds. If I can find what I did just a minute ago. Alpha Lead All Guns MP. That's, I've added the sounds into that, and that there is calling this for the sounds. So that's, you've got to add something like that into whatever you named your sound Alice. Sound, your Alice name, hyphen, no, not hyphen, comma, all, underscore MP. Then you want to go down to your weapons. I've called in absolutely crap loads, but I'm going to go to the very bottom because I have a needs upgrade version, which I'm actually going to take these two out of now. And put this at the bottom of there. Like that. And then let me move those two. Right, and now what I'm going to do is add it in like that. And of course, when you're going to do it, you have to make sure this bit is extremely important, or your gun will turn black. Right, you will go to if you go back to RAW and you go to images, your one little one there will be there. So you copy that, and then you go to, love it when I do things like this, not deliberate of course, and then go to images and paste your little image in your images folder, like that. And then what you do, go to here, you refresh, and you find your image. It should be unticked. It's finding it though. There we are. G5, FN file C. Select that and then go right the way down to the bottom and find your gun file under weapons, which is there, FN file. Once you've done all that, you build your mod. Don't worry about all the errors or sounds you get as long as the FN file isn't in it. I don't care because I know about the other sounds. And I'm going to actually pause this into I've done the compile. Once it's finished building, if you go into run game and not run that one, go to your map, run the game. Wait for your map to load. Oh, really? You're actually going to do that to me? Oh, go away. Oh my god, it's actually doing that to me. Really? Don't know why it's doing that. Really weird. Okay, I'm just gonna fix this and I will be back. And after a long discussion and a long thing, I finally fixed the map and built and compiled. And here will be the gun in game. If you bear with me 2 seconds. Maybe we make silly little mistakes. I may have done one of them. Okay, well. Okay, bear with. I will sort out the sounds and all that sort of stuff now, and yeah, continue. So, right. Okay, so what you need to do, some unknown apparent reason, I don't know why it didn't work. So, this is what you do. If you go to the top of here, go to date modified, and I'm not in sound analysis, dope. Sound analysis. Wrong one. I'm in. When I go in more. Sound analysis. Need all guns. Scroll down to the bottom. Where it should have it under the answer, I believe. But I swore I saved that. Okay, for some unknown apparent strange reason, it's being very weird, not showing up. So let me pause this and just get it back to the way it was. Okay, just to say, I now know why it's done it, and I'll explain to you now. This is the final finishing project though. Okay, that's the finishing project, and I'll show you why it didn't do it in the actual on the final. When you port a Black Ops 1 weapon, for the few model, which I forgot to mention obviously in the first talk, it's been a while, I've been porting Black Ops 2 weapons and not Black Ops weapons, make sure when your few model is set not to rigid to animated. Make sure it's set animated. If it's set animated, it will work perfectly fine. That's why it wasn't working and nothing was working. If you just change animated, everything works perfectly fine. That covers this portion of the tutorial. The second, I'm going to do this in 2 parts. The second video that I'm going to do, which should come up later on sometime today or tomorrow maybe, will be how to port a weapon, or I want to do the upgraded version, and how to add like the aim dot and like a reflex sight and stuff like that. Um, and then get it so it's packer punchable and stuff like that. That will come up later on today or tomorrow, depending on how busy I become. I do hope you've all enjoyed this, and I hope it's come up helpful for you. Please do comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you all ever so well. Thank you all so much. Ever so much doesn't sound right, does it? Thank you. Yeah, I hope it helps people anyway.